Sunday and welcome to Stargazers, reaching you live, loud and crystal clear on Radio Nigeria's Harvest 103.5. Stargazers is a program that brings you up close and personal with some special select stars and superstars, especially the homemade ones from Benue State, both at home and in the diaspora. Of course, my name is Theophilus Samber, your regular host on the program. In today's edition of the program, we have a very special musician. Yes, she's a musician, gospel musician precisely, and we're going to get to know her up close and really personal. There's something quite unique about her. She's from here, but she's not based here. And when I say here, she's not even based in Nigeria. Stick right there, don't go nowhere. A special artist on today's edition of the program, and she's right here with us. She's female, and of course, she goes by the name of Daisy and Tom. Daisy, welcome to Stargazers on Harvest FM.
Thank you. I'm happy to be here.
All right.
I'm happy to be here.
All right, great. Good to have you. Now, when we've had your songs for a while now, playing on radio here, a little bit about you, nurse, based abroad and all that. Well, you're here now, and we want to get to know you up close and really personal. So tell us, who exactly is Daisy?
Okay, Daisy Banagan Tom, that's my name. And I'm a TIF girl, graduated from Benue State University.
Wow.
And I was a reporter with AIT.
Whoa.
And covered the House of Representatives for 4 years before I traveled to the US by virtue of marriage. So I'm also a nurse, a trained nurse from the US, and then I'm a musician. I'm a songwriter, I'm a worshiper, and a composer. So I'm all of this put together.
Wow. Very importantly, you're a daughter of the soul. Now, the way you pronounced Banenge sounded so original. I like you grew up here and everything. You said you studied here and everything. Tell us about your roots. Where exactly are you from Benue State?
Okay, I'm from Kwande local government area.
Oh, okay.
Nanev, Balumu. My town is Adiko.
You sound like somebody who hasn't left for too long. You said you worked here in Nigeria before living. How long have you been out there?
I've been out there for over 10 years.
Wow.
As a matter of fact, almost 20 years.
Now, this is getting interesting. Now, I'm getting it a little bit mixed up. You started out as a reporter with AIT.
Yes.
And now you're a nurse.
Yes.
What's your background? What did you study in school?
I studied mass communication.
Mass communication?
Yes.
How were you able to switch?
It was easy.
Social sciences to pure science?
Yeah. It was actually easy because I had the passion to take care of people. And that just comes natural. So to me, nursing, it wasn't a struggle to be a nurse. It was something that I was, born to do. Like I have this natural instincts of taking. I'm compassionate, I'm kind, and I don't like to see people suffer. So when the opportunity came for me to take that as a profession, I just went for it, and I just did it.
So, what triggered mass communication? How did it come in?
I had a passion for reporting.
As well?
Yes. That was my dream. As a matter of fact, I tell people that I'm just one lucky girl that was able to achieve all her dreams. When I was growing up, I wanted to be a newscaster. And I also wanted to be a singer. And nursing, the part of nursing was not like, it wasn't forthcoming. So I was just a natural kind of nurse. Just take care of people around me, make sure they are okay. So I went ahead and I studied mass communication, and I was lucky to get a job with AIT. And I started doing my reporting, and I was actually one of the outstanding reporters as well.
So let's hold it right there. We're going to go a little bit deeper much later. But for now, where exactly did the music come in? A lot of people, I've spoken to a lot of people who will say, then born me with the thing, Joe, and some will say in the choir, some will say that their parents got them inspired to sing and all that. Where did yours come from?
I had a passion for worship. So I I was always in the choir because I love singing. So, and I had a passion for worship. I stay in my quiet place, and I just, I love the Lord a lot. That's one particular thing about me, is that I fell in love with my God.
At what
At
point?
a very
At what
age,
point?
at the age of 15.
15. Wow.
Yes. So it has been a love relationship between me and him. So that has carried us all throughout the years. So I started worshiping God at a very early age. I was involved in choir. I would do some songs. I just loved it. So I think actually by birth I'm a worshiper. I love to worship the Lord, and it's a gift that people see everywhere I go. They see it. So maybe from that angle, I was able to birth, songs, and also.
And you've done it now for how long? How long have you been doing this? Okay, now you were singing.
Yeah.
Just out very passionately and all that.
Mm-hmm.
When exactly did you take it up professionally?
To be like releasing an album.
Yes.
This is my second album, and this is the second year.
Wow.
Yeah, this is my second album.
When did the first album come out?
It came out in 2018.
Wow.
And it was launched in the US. I never had the opportunity to bring it down here. So I went ahead and did the second one. And then when I was trying to get in touch with my roots, they said I had to come over so they would know me and introduce myself. And that's why I'm here. And also the third album is going to be released in the next 3-4 months.
This year?
Next year.
Early-
Well, it's
that should
already
be early,
late.
early
Yeah.
next year.
Yeah.
Let's talk about music now. For somebody who does gospel, it's quite not a go-go area for people around here. It's a no-go area actually for a lot of musicians, because they feel there's no commercial value for doing gospel music.
Okay.
How's that notion out there, the perception out there?
Well, for me, music, it's a calling. I'm convicted that I was actually called to sing. So for me, I'm not doing it because I want to make some money. If the money comes, fine. But to me, it's a way of worshiping God. It's a way of giving back to God what He has given to
The
me.
gifts, yes.
Yes, it's a gift, and I'm not doing it with a struggle. I'm doing it with so much passion, because this gift is something I received from God Himself. So I'm just giving Him back what He gave to me. So I'm not doing it to make money, but I'm doing it because I am satisfied and I'm fulfilled in doing it. It's something that I just love to do. So if the money comes along the line, fine. So, but if you're trying to do music because you want to make some money, you need to be talented. You need to be, you need to have all that it takes to be able to. But for me, it's not about talent. It's about my passion for God. It's about preaching the gospel through singing. It's about writing a song that will heal the brokenhearted, the wounded people, to deliver, set people free. For me, it's gospel. It's preaching the gospel through music. That's what it is for me.
For you now, the genre is traditionally gospel, but even in gospel, we know there are different genres, in between sub-genres in gospel, alternative, traditional gospel, and everything. And then there are adjectives they use for some gospel musicians. They say this one is a praiser, this one is a worshiper. You've used worshiper a lot.
Yeah.
How would you describe your own brand of music?
My own brand of music is worship.
Just strictly worship.
It's strictly worship. It's inspirational, very inspirational and motivational.
Do you sing with strictly English, or you mix a little bit of the local content in it?
Well, I'm trying to learn how to sing and mix the local content. I haven't found the inspiration to do that yet, but basically it's just English, and it's Western kind of music.
So what's the perception of people out there about your music outside Nigeria? Because you sing in their own language.
Yes.
So what's their perception? Black woman doing gospel, singing and all that. What's the reception like?
The reception is actually really good because, a track will mean different things to different people. So we have people like Tasha Cobbs. We have people like, Sinach. We have people like Frank Edwards. So it's welcoming. It's actually welcoming. People love the music, and because it's very inspirational, and they follow me a lot. So music out there is exciting. Because you also have bigger role models that you're looking up to. Like my music and Tasha Cobb's music is almost the same. You know, you begin to find yourself in another artist that, not that you're trying to be like that artist, but you just find that you have some kind of, you find like it looks like it's some kind of, we have similar kind of music. I don't know how that happens, but I think it's
all right, let's hold it there. Let's have a piece of the pie now. Okay. If you're to pick a song for the listener to listen to and have a piece of you, which one would you pick?
I would, right now, I would pick You Are There. Right. And that's because I know they have heard Faithful God and they have heard No One Else. So I would pick You Are There. You Are There.
Yeah. All right. Listener, we have our special feature on today's edition of the program, Stargazers, Daisy and Tom. And here is a piece of her. The taste of the pod and the says in today's edition of the program, Stargazers on Radio Nigeria Harvest 103.5. My name is Theophilus Samber, and I still have Daisy right here with me. Great song, Daisy, You Are There.
Yeah.
What inspired that song?
That song to me, it's my personal testimony. You know, sometimes you go through things in life, you don't know how to navigate the situation, but when you hold on to God, when you hold on to the word of God that has promised not to fail, He comes true for you. So if you listen to the lyrics of that song, it's telling a story of some of the things that I've been through, and I know that it's not just applicable to me. It could also be applicable to somebody out there who will listen to it. So when I write a song, I write by inspiration and I write with experience. When I sing a song, I feel the song. I tell myself the story and I remember the situations that I've been through that have created that song. That is why I expect that these songs will minister to people out there and will set them free.
All right, great.
And give them a glimpse of hope.
We'll listen to more of you on the program today, even though we've had so much of it. Let's talk about the first album before we come right back. How many tracks were on the album?
7.
7 tracks.
Yes.
Now, when you talk about productions, now I've listened to a couple of the songs, and then now You Are There. It sounds a little bit similar to the kind of worship songs that we know from here.
That's
you
right.
know, how is working with producers out there? But by the way, before that, did you produce any song in Nigeria before leaving?
No, I didn't. But I have my instrumentalists in Lagos, Angel Studio. They are the ones that do most of the instruments for me. I just ask them, send the lyrics, I write the songs and give them the tunes, and I tell them to do something with it.
So how's working with producers out there?
Working with producers out there is really exciting. It's very, very inspiring because they would actually show you, give you options of what they think. They will add to your music sometimes when you're doing a recording and they feel like, oh, you know what, I hear this in this place. Why don't we add it and let's see how it is, you know. Yeah, it's expensive, I can tell you that, but they have good quality out there.
I was going to go out there, like go right there and hit it straight up. Like when I asked how I was working with producers out there, the cost came to mind. What does it take to produce an average track out there? Because I know a couple of people will be thinking, we pay producers here this amount, and the quality I've heard is different, or probably they even produce the same thing they produce out there, Joe. So what does it take averagely to produce a song out there?
I will tell you that averagely for one song is $1,000.
Wow. Now you do the mathematics. $1,000 is a lot of money. But trust me, we have producers in Nigeria that are that expensive.
Yeah.
You mentioned Tasha Cobbs, Sinach, and a couple of people. Who has been your role model, your inspiration so far? Like somebody you listen to a lot. You said you listen to Tasha Cobbs. Now besides, let's keep her aside now.
Okay.
Which other artists inspire you when you listen to them?
Don Moen. Don Moen is one of my inspirations. Yeah. When I listen to people like Don Moen, I'm not just listening to the song. I'm also, it's like a prayer. It's like a prayer. So I get in tune with people like that. You know, we have different kinds of songwriters, and there are some that you really get connected to, and when you listen to it, you feel inspired. So Don Moen is one of them. When he writes his song, when I listen to his song, it's like a prayer. You're not just singing; he's just like praying with you.
I know a couple of gospel artists and secular musicians who would tell you when they're in the convenience, that's when they have inspiration. Jeremiah Gang once told me when it's under the rain, that's where the inspiration comes in. The secular ones, a couple of them take hard stuff to get inspiration. But for you, where does the inspiration come from? Where do you draw from? Like, what gives you that spark for the song idea to drop?
Okay, that's a good question. My inspiration comes from my closet.
Wow.
It comes from my secret place with God. Sometimes many 20 years ago precisely, I met a man of God that told me that there's something you have that is going to burst forth, and it's like you have a river of songs on your inside, but it's not going to come forth right now unless you go through certain things in life. And these songs will just flow out like a river to the nations. And that was what the man of God told me. So I was wondering at that time, that how can this be? I'm like, I can't even write a song, not even one song. I mean, how can you say that I want to sing songs to the nation? But as I went through life, went through different kind of things, different kind of experiences, I came to a point in my life that just sitting down like this, I begin to sing the song. I feel like I'm hearing the song in my ear. And I just start writing it. And this thing keeps pouring out like a tap. Actually, I have to put a stop, like it stopped to myself, like, no, I can't do this anymore, because it was driving me crazy, because two songs will be coming together, one is lapping the other one. It was happening. So I have to, like, how am I going to control this? It was so much. Like right now, I have a lot of songs that I haven't even produced. So that's why I'm doing it like every year. But as I'm doing it, new songs are coming up. You understand? So it has to do with my destiny. I feel like it has to do with my destiny. It's something that I was ordained to do. So I don't struggle to write songs. I just write. I can write a song just sitting down here. I can just finish a song. Entering the bedroom, sitting on the bed, I can just write the song.
From my experience,
in the kitchen, I will write the song.
From my experience, talking with gospel musicians, I think that's, for me, 2 words summarize the whole thing, this whole phrase.
Yeah.
The Holy Spirit. I think that's just it.
Yeah.
That just summarizes the whole
that's
thing.
Right.
Now let's delve into family a little bit. You said 10 years ago, marriage took you out there. So that means you're married?
Yeah, of course I'm married. I have 2 kids.
Tell us about your husband. Is he from this part of the world as well?
Well, I wouldn't want to talk about bring my family into the whole thing, but yeah, my husband was not in this part of the world.
Okay.
Part of the country, sorry. Yeah, and he was an African American, and we have 2 kids. I have a boy and a girl. My daughter is going to be 12 soon, and my son is 10. He just turned 10 in September. And we live in the States.
That's massive.
Yeah.
Now, for somebody who is a nurse and a family person, how have you been able to combine music with raising a family? And then, I have a couple of kids as well.
Okay.
At times I have to leave the house for me to not
Really
have
to
my
concentrate.
BP rise and all that. Now imagine somebody raising. I see my wife go through a whole lot sometimes, and I feel for her. Now here you are, combining being a nurse, raising a family, and music.
Yeah.
How do you pull that off?
I had a friend ask me that question actually. She was like, I would have said that you wouldn't be doing music right now because you have your family, you have the 2 little kids you have to, run around for, and then you have your husband, and then now you're writing music and you're doing your videos. How do you do it? How do you get the time? When you have a passion for something, you create time for it.
It drives you.
If I don't sing, I don't feel happy. I feel like something is missing. So it gives me fulfillment. That's where I derive my joy. When I do my songs and I do my video and my recording, that's where my happiness comes from. So I wouldn't let anybody tamper with it. No matter how busy I am, I always create time for my passion.
It's all about planning.
It's all about planning. If you love it, you will do it.
Now for videos, let's talk about videos quickly. We'll take a song of yours shortly, you on your choice.
Okay.
How many videos do you have?
I have like 9 videos.
9?
Yeah.
Wow. Are they on YouTube?
Yes, they're on YouTube.
Wow.
Yeah.
Just straight up. Once somebody searches
Daisy and Tom
on YouTube,
you can say
find
Daisy
the
and Tom
videos.
Faithful God and all the other videos we just
if I wasn't
pop
on
up.
this interview, I would definitely be searching, but trust me to do that after now because I was playing the songs.
Yes.
But I wasn't really looking out for videos. I felt, maybe upcoming artists and all that.
Yeah.
Now, let's take another peek of your song
Okay.
on the program.
Okay, so I would take Remember Me.
Remember Me. That's definitely not one of the ones we'll be playing.
No.
All right. Listener, here is another bite of the cherry from Daisy and Tom. She calls this one Remember Me. We'll be back at the other side of the song. It's all based in the US.
Yes.
Yes, and she's right here. She goes by the name of Daisy and Tom, and we're so loud and proud about her, and she's right here with us today. That's a great song.
Thank you.
Also produced over there.
Yes.
Great. Now, your music seemed to be strictly worship. You do praise as well.
Yeah, I do praises, but I do praises sometimes, but I wouldn't say I don't love praises. I like to see people do it because I know they are good in it.
But it's definitely not your thing.
It's not really my thing. Sometimes they force me to do it, but so you know that something is missing.
You have to learn it.
This is
Somehow,
what I
some way, so you
I struggle with it.
So you versatility, so that
Yes.
this comes to play.
Yeah.
Let's talk about your social media handles. I'm sure that a couple of people will be thinking, like, when I want to reach out to her, how do I go about it? By just searching you, some people could find you. But what are your traditional handles? Facebook, notably Twitter, maybe Instagram as well. And then maybe there's a contact number, like a manager if somebody wants you for a concert or anything. How can they reach you? Somebody listening to you now, like, I need all our albums. How do they reach you?
Yeah, my contact informations, you can get me on YouTube. Just type Daisy and Tom.
And Tommy, Daisy, can you spell it?
DAISY
Okay.
and Tom MTOM.
Okay.
Faithful God.
Mm.
That brings all the albums.
Wow.
So and then I have a Google email address,
Okay.
ntomdaisy@gmail.com.
Okay.
I have my Facebook, Daisy Banningen Ntom.
Okay.
You can reach me on Facebook, and then on Instagram, Daisy Ntom Official. That's my Instagram.
All right. Now let's talk about what brought you to Nigeria.
Okay, what brought me to Nigeria is actually a concert that I was putting together to introduce myself, because I sent some of my CDs over here, and I found that many people did not actually know me. And I said, you know what, let me come and introduce myself in the music world out here as well, so that I'll be able to get in touch, with other people while I'm working on. It's not just, it's always good to come back home.
Sure.
Charity begins
yes,
at home. Yeah, so I'm like, okay, let me just go back and start from my roots, and then keep moving from
It's
there.
good to have you back home.
Thank you
I'm
so
sure
much.
one or two persons out there, a couple of people out there, we're reaching out to millions, by the way, right now.
Exactly.
Some people will be wondering, like, how do I lay my hands on the CD?
The CDs are available.
Not just this one, the first
Okay.
album, second album as well.
Well, the first album, we almost ran out of it, and people are still, looking for the first album. So we still have some copies down here in Makurdi. If you want to get a copy of the CDs, you can call this number 073-272-1783.
Okay, take it again. I think it's 0703.
0703
Okay.
272-1783.
Okay.
Yeah, if
And
you
then
call that
the-
number, you'll be able to get the CD.
The
Or
CD.
you can also call 810-928-5779.
Okay.
Those two numbers. Meanwhile, we're still working with the Alaba market to be able to produce, get them to every state vendors in every state. That's what we're trying to. That's what we are doing right now. But you can still reach them if you're able to call these 2 numbers. You can still get a copy. But definitely, the Alaba is going to be reaching all the vendors in every state very shortly.
This isn't very good news, but we don't. From the TV extraction, there are not too many female gospel artists out there. We had a couple of them who were fantastic, NMK and a couple of them, but after that, there just seem to be not too good results from out there. I'm sure a couple of people out there listening to you and probably not so lucky like you, but with big dreams.
Yeah.
What words would you have for them to inspire them?
What I would tell them is consistency is the key. Consistency is the key. If you have the passion, if you believe in your dream, don't give it up. No matter how hard it is, you'll always find a way through. When there is the will,
There's a way.
there's a way.
I would love to see you perform, and I'm sure a lot of people listening would want to see you perform too, like see you minister live on stage.
Yeah.
Let's have the venue of the places you're going to minister while you're in the country.
Okay.
In Benue.
Like on Sunday morning, 10 a.m., I'm going to minister in Faith Tabernacle Chapel, RCCG. That's in Kagboko,
Okay.
local government. And then I'm going to minister in Makodi,
Okay.
5 p.m. 25th of October, in New Anointing Chapel. I don't know what the address is, but
Everybody knows. New
okay,
Anointing.
everybody
It's at
knows.
Morocco.
Yes.
Yeah, sure.
Yes, so I'm going to be. So we're going to be there live. We're going to have a red carpet interview, and we're going to do the concert. We're going to launch the CDs, and we'll have them available for people that want to buy them.
Wow. We wish you all the very best, and I personally would be there
Thank
to see
you.
you at least minister at least once.
Yeah.
Before you leave, one final word for your fans out there, for the people listening to you out there.
Hi fans, I love you guys, and just subscribe to my YouTube channel, and you will always be the first to get the new videos, because I have a lot of videos coming up. I have a lot of songs coming up as well. So it's just about to get started. It's not started yet, so don't miss out.
It's about to get started. She's not started yet. She's just about to start, like they say. All right, you've been onto the wonderful voice and music of our very own daughter of the soil, so talented and so warm a person to talk to. I'm sure you had a great time listening to this week's edition of Stargazers. We had our own superstar for today, Dason Tom, a Benue born, Abuja bred, so to speak, and she honed her music here, and she's doing fantastically well out there. She's brought her talent back home. Just follow the details we've given, and you'll definitely be blessed by her music. Until next week, when we'll be back again, we, on behalf of the entire team, thank you very much for coming around.
Thank you so much.
We hope to
Happy to be here.
We hope to have you sometime soon again to
Yes.
talk about new trends and new happenings in your life and music.
Sure.
Many thanks to my producer Daniel Azaki, as well as the manager programs Awake Otokba Oko. And to you, our dear listener, without you, we won't even be here. Thank you to Hype Man Bones, and of
Yes,
course,
that's
Henry.
That's my man.
Yeah, and Henry Ipole. Until next week, when we bring you a fresh package of the program. My name is Theophilus Samber. Have a blessed Sunday.